Assalamu alaikum, Marwan. Assalamu alaikum, anyone tuning in on YouTube. We'll get started in just a few seconds, inshallah. All right. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الأمين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. This is your brother Ibrahim Khan, Dar-us-Salaam Youth Coordinator, and welcome to today's episode of Short and Sweet Reflections. Today is the last day in the theme of finding joy in the halal, and it is the first day of Ramadan. So first I want to say, may Allah Azza wa Jal, I pray that Allah Azza wa Jal is helping you to conduct your fast and is making it easy for you, despite being in these difficult times. And may Allah accept your fast and make it a blessed one, one that through which you are freed from the hellfire and accepted into paradise. Allahumma ameen. Now, to wrap up this week's theme of finding joy in the halal, I wanted to focus on a very interesting concept, which you can see in the title of the YouTube video, which is when Allah Azza wa Jal makes the halal haram. Allah Azza wa Jal has said in Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah 183, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. That, O you who believe, fasting is prescribed for you as it was prescribed for those before you, لعلكم تتقون, so that you may be mindful of God and safeguard yourself from wrongdoing. In this blessed month, Allah Azza wa Jal has mandated that we must fast. Every sane, believing man and woman who is a Muslim, it is mandatory for them to fast. And by fasting, we are avoiding those things which are normally halal for us. Allah Azza wa Jal made food and drink halal for us so long as they are tayyib. Allah Azza wa Jal made for those who are married to have relations with their spouse halal. But in this time, during the hours of sunrise to sunset, those things are haram. Why is that? The reason is لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so that we perhaps will gain taqwa. Now, taqwa, I'm sure you've heard the definition of it many, many times before. But just to quickly jot your memory, taqwa is when you put a shield between yourself and that which Allah Azza wa Jal is displeased with. You protect yourself from wrongdoing, from doing that which Allah Azza wa Jal is not happy with. This is why Allah Azza wa Jal has made that which is halal haram in this month, so that we can learn to do that with things that are hard to resist. It's hard to resist drink and food and what is halal of a relationship between spouses. It's hard to resist that. But in this time, we're supposed to learn how to resist. And by doing so, we can learn to resist that which is actually haram. And it's extremely important to avoid that which is haram. Why must we learn how to do it? In a statement of one of the great scholars, Malik ibn Dinar, rahimahullah, he once said that it is better for a man to leave one haram dirham than to give 100,000 in charity. Subhanallah. It is better for a person to leave one haram dirham than to give 100,000 in charity. Talking about how dire it is that we avoid that which is haram. That leaving one haram thing is better than indulging or partaking in 100,000 of something that is encouraged, halal. And in another statement, Hudhayfa ibn al-Yaman radiallahu an, the great Sahaba, was once asked by a tabi'i, what is the worst fitna? And you know what he replied by saying? He said that the worst fitna is that good and evil is presented to you and you do not know which of them to follow. Replace good and evil with haram and halal. And the same logic still applies. The worst fitna, according to Hudhayfa ibn al-Yaman, is that haram and halal is presented to you and you don't know which of them to follow. We live in a time where people freely engage in the haram, or they can't really tell the difference sometimes. They're in such stupor and confusion that they don't know what's better, the haram choice or the halal choice. And Hudhayfa radiallahu anh is telling us here that this is the worst type of fitna. Moving on to another statement that applies to this lesson. It is reported that Al-Hasan al-Basri, rahimahullah ta'ala, one of the great scholars, an erudite scholar, he once said that whoever is happy and satisfied with what Allah has apportioned for him, it will suffice him and Allah will bless it for him. But whoever is not satisfied, then what is apportioned for him will not suffice him and it will not be blessed. We need to be happy with what is halal. We need to find joy in what is halal. And if we are able to do so, if we accustom ourselves, if we tell ourselves, if we self-talk ourselves and we tell ourselves, be happy with what is halal, then Allah, according to the statement of Al-Hasan al-Basri, then Allah will bless it for us and we will enjoy more of it and get more of that which is halal. But if we are not satisfied with it, if we are not satisfied with the halal and we go beyond that to engage in the haram, then the halal will not be enough for us and it will not be blessed. And finally, one more statement to round out this topic. It's reported that Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu ta'ala an said that fulfill what Allah has obligated you to do, and you will be from the most devout of people. You will have true taqwa. And stay away from what Allah has forbidden you, and you will be from the most careful of people. And be satisfied with what Allah has apportioned for you of the halal, and you will be from the richest of the people. I pray that Allah Azza wa Jal make us from amongst the most devout, the most careful, and the most richest of people when it comes to that which is halal, and through that which is halal. I pray that Allah Azza wa Jal allows us to enjoy a beautiful month of Ramadan and allows us to engage in beautiful acts of worship and helps us to come infinitely closer to Him. This has been another short and sweet reflection with DUS Youth. Please be sure to look out for details regarding our Ramadan special program, which will be announced soon. The live morning adhkar will be switching to a different time. We will no longer be doing the short and sweet reflections, but we will instead do a series called Call Upon Me, where we talk about different ad'a, different supplications found in the Deen of Islam that are beautiful and powerful, and we are encouraged to learn and use. In this month, the Prophet ﷺ told us that each day there is a dua that is accepted from every single Muslim in this month. So we'll explore each of those ad'a, and we'll be launching a Ramadan challenge entitled Level Up, and the details for that will come out soon. If you participate in that challenge, you will become eligible with high scores, of course, for quarantine-friendly prizes, and they won't be cheap. They won't be cheap prizes. You'll actually appreciate them and enjoy them. I'll make sure of that. This is your brother Ibrahim Khan, Dar-us-Salaam's youth coordinator, and until next time, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.